Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Welcome. We are live. I would ask every participant to open up their camera if that is possible at this moment. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to today's session. We are truly honored to have such an incredible gathering of minds united by one shared commitment of growth, learning, and impact. Today, we are joined by a remarkable leader whose journey reflects passion, purpose, and multi-dimensional excellence. It is my privilege today to introduce you Dr. Shruti Kulkarni, founder of Srijan Multilab PVT Private Ltd. Dr. Shruti is an accomplished educator, entrepreneur, and social impact leader. She holds a bachelor's in computer science, an MBA, and dual master's degree in personnel management from the University of Pune, along with dual honorary doctorates in spirituality and life skills from International Internship University. Her diverse expertise spans music, astrology, education, and leadership development. She currently plays a key role in placement and career development in the College of Computer Science, while also leading impactful ventures such as Callaghan Art Academy and Vavasu Consulting. A dedicated changemaker, she is an active member of eVillage team and an IIU's global core team, continuously contributing to community empowerment and transformation. Please join me in warmly welcome Dr. Shruti Kulkarni. Dr. Shruti?
Yes. Thank you so much, also, for a wonderful introduction of mine. It's the great pleasure to meet you all of you. Myself, coming from India, founder of SMPL, that is.
Dr. Shruti, can everybody else hear her correctly, or is it just me that hears her like cutting off?
There's an echo.
There's an echo.
So Dr. Shruti, if you want to maybe step out and come back in, that way we don't miss out on anything, or you want to try again?
Am I audible to?
No, there's like 4 echoes.
Okay,
right now.
Is it okay?
Yes, perfect. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone here. So today is a wonderful platform here of occasion, a wonderful occasion, auspicious occasion of we are going to inaugurate this our Srijan Multilab Private Limited, that is SMPL's first conference, which is international conference virtual in artificial intelligence. So myself, Dr. Shruti Kulkarni, founder of SMPL. When I thought about this, find regarding this some little bit gap in between our society with women empowerment as well as women education. So that time I just, one thought this pop up in my mind. So let's do something for this to bridging this gap. So to utilize my knowledge, to utilize my education, to utilize my experience. So idea behind just started this, SMPL is like to providing we can say especially for the rural development, women's empowerment. And nowadays we know we are in a digital era. So over here, it's immense pride and a pleasure to welcome you all and today's first international virtual conference of Artificial Intelligence 2026. So here, this is not just a conference. So this is a continuous development. So according to me, what is development? So development is not only we can say a smart cities, not only we can say the technological updates, but this is, I think, to get exposure to reach or the access to rural women in education as well as financial independency, then digital literacy, and again equal opportunities. So for this, I thought to found such a wonderful platform because we can say the talent exists everywhere, but opportunity does not. So the idea behind this is to provide a wonderful platform to the we can say knowledge, also opportunity, and we can say exposure to all our women to get empowered in the corner of the world. So thank you so much for joining me here today. I really appreciate to all of today's our speakers, dignitaries, and everyone, respected global readers and participants for this joining us this wonderful platform. So I would like to say thank you to my mentor, Virginia Madam, as well as Advocate Piyush Pandit Sir, and everybody who is here. All are mentor for me, all are guide for me, and this journey is just a start. Let's do something which is really, this is just start, and this really happens and change the world. Thank you so much. You are on mute, I guess, Virginia ma'am.
It is now my distinct honor to let you know a little bit more about our guest of honor. He's a visionary leader, institution builder, and a driving force behind transformative change. Advocate Piyush Pandit is the founder of the International Internship University and the visionary behind eVillage, an innovative model redefining rural development and global collaboration. Through his leadership, he has built platforms that connect education, entrepreneurship, and social impact, reaching across borders and creating opportunities for thousands around the world. His work not only is about building systems, it's about building people, communities, and futures. This event is no different. He has been a great support to Dr. Shruti Kulkarni. Please join me in the warmly really congratulating him in all his efforts today. This is to Advocate Piyush Pandit. I don't think he's here. He had a prior engagement, but we definitely want him to know that we were thinking about him. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our chief guest speaker, a leader whose work reflects depth, wisdom, and a profound understanding of human-centered leadership. Pernilla Goriza is a highly respected advisor and global thought leader with decades of experience working alongside senior leaders in complex and high-stake environments. Her work bridges people and systems, helping organizations lead with clarity, resilience, and purpose. She brings a unique perspective that reminds us that true leadership is not only about the strategy, but about connection, understanding, and the space between people. Please join me in warmly welcome our chief guest speaker to the virtual stage, Pernilla Goriza. Please, Pernilla, the virtual podium is all yours.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for having me. And I thought that I would share some thoughts about the leadership that the AI era demands and why women need to define it. We are living in a moment that will be remembered, very much so. I mean, we all have all our moments that we will remember throughout our lives, but this is an era that will surely be remembered, and not because of technology alone, but because of the decisions we make around technology. Artificial intelligence is not just reshaping industries, it's also reshaping power, truth, trust, and human connection. AI is already changing the world. We don't have to ask ourselves that. So the truly important question, therefore, to ask is, who will lead that change and how? For decades, leadership has been defined by control, by speed, and very often by certainty. But the AI era exposes something deeper and shows that that old model is no longer enough. When machines can optimize faster than us, analyze more than us, and even decide faster than us, then leadership must move beyond information. It must move into awareness. And this is where women have a defining opportunity. Not because women are better leaders, we all have to stand side by side, but because many women have been trained through experience to navigate complexity, relationships, and unspoken dynamics, to lead not only with intellect, but with perception. I want to share a reflection that has guided my work for decades. We do not act based on reality. We act based on our perception of reality. And here is the challenge in the AI era, because AI scales information, but it also scales distorted perception if we're not aware. So leadership today is no longer about having the right answers. It's about asking, what am I seeing? What am I not seeing? And how is that shaping my decisions? This is where policy, AI, and leadership intersect, because every algorithm reflects a choice. Every system reflects a value. Every decision reflects a level of awareness. And if those decisions are made without diversity, without women, we are not just missing representation, we are missing intelligence. So let me be clear. This is not about adding women into existing systems. It's about reshaping the system itself. The future of leadership isn't built on dominance. It's built on 4 things I've seen across the world in the most effective leaders. The first one, resilience. The ability to stand steady in uncertainty, safe, knowing that certainty is not what we need to strive for. In a fast-changing world, holding too tightly to what we know to be sure kills the power of adaptability, the power of diversity, curiosity, which is actually the very foundation of innovation and development, and resilience. The second one is communication, the courage to create real understanding. The third one is inclusivity, the intelligence to use difference as strength. And we can't even talk about inclusivity if we are not prepared to embrace the minority to influence the majority. And the fourth is nonviolence, the discipline and the awareness to lead without fear or force, leading without domination techniques, and so on. And all these 4, they are not soft skills. They are strategic capabilities in a world where trust is fragile and complexity is constant. And here is where women need to step forward, not carefully, but consciously. Because the risk is not that women are incapable. We are so capable. The risk is that women wait to feel ready in a world that is already being shaped without them. So what does that mean when we have to lead in AI and policy today? Well, it means 3 things. The first thing is self-leadership. If you are not aware of your own biases, your own fears and patterns, you will unconsciously build them into systems that scale globally. The second is courage in decision-making. Not just asking what is possible, but asking what is responsible. The third is connection. In a world of intelligent machines, human trust becomes the most valuable currency. Let me share another reflection about truth. Truth is not what we say. Truth is what the other person understands. In AI policy, in leadership, in global collaboration, this changes everything. Because influence is no longer about speaking louder, it's about being understood across differences. So when we ask, will women lead the AI transformation? The answer is not automatic. It depends on whether women step into leadership, not by copying existing models, but by redefining what leadership actually is. So this is your moment. This is our moment, not to adapt to the future, but to shape it, not to ask for space, but to create new standards, not to lead like the past, but to lead from a deeper level of awareness. Because AI will never define humanity. Leaders will. And the leaders who will matter most are those who understand that technology without awareness is power without direction. So my invitation to you today is simple. Do not wait to be included. Do not wait to feel ready. And do not underestimate the leadership the world now requires, because the future of AI does not just need more intelligence, it needs more conscious leadership. And that is where we all come in. So that's why the question is no longer whether women will lead in the AI era. The question is what kind of world we will create when we do. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. What a great way to start our conference today. I definitely agree with you, Pranila. Women are not an intervention. We're just not here by chance. We're not a side program. We are not a CSR initiative. We are the system. We are part of the system, even if we don't want to accept it, even if we haven't stepped into it. We are building systems that are inclusive, resilient, and self-sustaining. And we need to ask for it, but we also need to step into it. I think you said it many times, it's up to us to do this. Women need to step forward, definitely. I agree, in a world that is being shaped without them. That was very powerful, and that is absolutely true. Self-leadership, courage, and connection in a world of machines. What makes us different is that human connection. So women, we need to step into leadership. This is our time. And it's not about being better, or stronger. It's about collaboration. In order to have a future sustainable for all, we all have to collaborate. Thank you so much, Pranila. It was wonderful to start with you today. I would like now to move on to Dr. Diana Richardson. She comes to us from the UK. She's known as the Glow Getter Mentor, has built a remarkable career over more than 2 decades in beauty, well-being, and skincare industry. With her vast knowledge, strong business sense, and dedication to customer service, she has earned a recognition as a global leader. Dr. Diana, are you here today?
Can you
There
hear me?
we are. She's so beautiful. We are ready. The virtual podium is all yours.
Amazing. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm just checking you can hear me.
We can hear you perfectly.
Amazing. Fabulous. So today my keynote is talking all about, can you still hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So today my keynote is talking all about business leadership in AI and maximizing productivity with ethical innovation. It's an honor to stand before you today at a time where we're not just witnessing change, we're leading it. We're living in one of the most transformative eras in human history, an era where artificial intelligence is not simply a tool, but a force for shaping how we think. But with that power comes a profound question. Because we can, does it mean that we should? Just because we can doesn't mean that we should. Because
Diana, you are
no longer defined by how fast. Can you hear me now?
Try again. Yes, better. Yes.
Okay. The new era of business intelligence at scale, AI is redefining productivity at a level we have never seen before. From automating operations to enhancing decision-making. Businesses are no longer limited by time or they're expanded by intelligence. Leaders who embrace AI are not replacing humans, they're amplifying it. And now we have the ability to analyze vast amounts of data in seconds. And we have the ability to streamline that.
You're breaking up. I'm sorry, Dr. Diana. 1 moment. You're breaking up again. You're breaking up again, and we don't want to miss out on this powerful speech. So can you maybe move a little bit? You're breaking.
I'm struggling as well.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, there we go. Okay. We now have the ability to analyze vast amounts of data in seconds. We have the ability to personalize customer experiences at scale. And we have the ability to streamline systems that once took weeks into minutes. That's not evolution. This is acceleration. But the truth is that productivity without purpose is just noise. Leadership in the age of AI, artificial intelligence, the role of a leader is shifting. In the past, leadership was about control, and today it's about clarity. AI can give you answers, but it can't give you value. It can optimize decisions, but it cannot define what is right. That responsibility remains with us. True leadership in this era requires the courage to question what is being built, the wisdom to guide how it's used, and the integrity to ensure it serves humanity, not replaces it. Because the future of business will not be defined by the most powerful advanced technology, but by the most intentional leaders. The ethical imperative is innovation versus integrity. As we accelerate with artificial intelligence, we must anchor ourselves in ethics. We must ask, is this fair? Is this transparent? Is this inclusive? Who benefits and who might be left behind? Because innovation without ethics creates inequality.
We are losing you right now. We're losing you right now.
Progress without responsibility. I wish you would have. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Innovation without ethics creates inequality, and progress without responsibility creates risk. We are already seeing critical conversations around the bias in algorithms, around data privacy and protection, and around accountability in automated decisions. And these are not technical issues alone. They're leadership issues. Ethics are no longer a compliance function. It's a leadership standard. And maximizing productivity is the human advantage. So let me be clear that AI will not replace great leaders. But leaders who understand artificial intelligence will replace those who do not. Because the true competitive advantage today is not technology alone. It's the ability to combine.
Okay, so we lost you again, Dr. Diana.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Tracy, can you put your unmute? Okay. Tracy. Okay, continue, Dr. Diana. Okay, I think we lost Dr. Diana for one moment. If she returns, then we'll continue with her speech. Dr. Diane Berman, are you available? Okay, there you are. Okay.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. Human intelligence plus emotional intelligence plus artificial intelligence. And this is where transformation happens. High-performing organizations are not asking, how do we use AI to do more? They're asking, how do we use AI to do what matters most? They are freeing up time from repetitive tasks so that people can focus on strategy, creativity, innovation, and connection. Because the more advanced technology becomes, the more valuable humanity becomes. The responsible innovation is building what truly matters. Responsible innovation is not about slowing down progress. It's about strengthening it. It's about building systems that are sustainable, systems that are inclusive, systems that are transparent, and systems that are accountable. It is about ensuring that as we scale our businesses, we also scale our impact. This is where leadership becomes legacy. Because the decisions we make today, the systems we build, the standards we set, will not just define our businesses, but our society. So leadership is a call to action. I invite you all today to lead differently. Not just to adopt AI, but to shape it. Not just to drive productivity, but to define purpose. Not just to innovate, but to elevate responsibility. Because the future does not belong to those who move the fastest. It belongs to those who move with clarity, courage, and conscience. The legacy we create, I'm going to leave you with this. One day we will not be asked how advanced our technology was. We will be asked, did we
Thank you so much, Dr. Diana. Thank you. Thank you. I would like to know if Dr. Diane Berman, I'll go with comments right now, is here right now. Okay. So thank you, Dr. Diana Richardson. So many things that you gave us, so many important nuggets. One, AI could give you answers, but it can't give you value. I think that is so important, you know, that we remember that at this moment, AI helps us amplify our message. It gives us data to improve anything we do. But truly, the responsibility still remains with us. They're just machines. We need to remember this. And innovation without ethics creates inequality. I thought that was key, especially as I continue to work with historically underserved communities. This is the truth. So thank you again, Dr. Diana, for being with us here today. When Dr. Diane Berman comes in, thank you. Please let us know. I would like to move on to our next speaker, and that is Nilda Thomas. With over 20 years of experience in marketing technology solutions for Deloitte, Microsoft, AT&T, and EDS, where she has provided solutions to Fortune 500 companies, businesses, and marketing challenges. She has been at the forefront of bringing new technologies to market. As an innovative, results-driven senior business leader, she is a consultant also. Nilda has a unique blend of business, marketing, and technology savvy, a trusted advisor to senior corporate and philanthropic executives. Welcome, Nilda. The virtual podium is all yours. Perfect. We can see it. If you would like to unmute yourself so we can hear you now. There we go. Thank you. Welcome, Nilda.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you again for inviting me to be a part of this first annual conference. So today I'm going to speak to you about from AI confusion to AI control and how to get results that actually work. My name is Nilda Thomas, and as you can see on the side, I'm not going to read all of that there, but I want to tell you a little personal story about my journey.
Now, let me take you on a little journey. This slide showcases my career path, but what it doesn't reveal is the moment I faced corporate downsizings, despite holding an MBA and multiple certifications. It was a wake-up call. I realized that my skills were underappreciated in the traditional job market. So I took a bold leap and founded Business AI Consulting. As a proud baby boomer, I've harnessed my background in business, marketing, and technology to help minority business owners, women, nonprofits, and corporations unlock their full potential. The goal? To streamline operations, cut costs, and skyrocket competitiveness through the magic of AI and digital transformation. My mantra, educate to innovate. Through our specialized AI Workforce Pro enablement systems, generative AI literacy and implementation programs, I'm committed to building equitable pathways in AI knowledge and driving innovation across diverse business landscapes. Now, I know what you might be thinking. AI sounds complicated. Today, we're going to break down these concepts into bite-sized, easy-to-understand pieces. My mission is to equip you with practical insights and powerful strategies that will help your organization not just survive, but thrive in this digital age. So let's dive right and transform how we think about AI.
And so that is my avatar that introduced me, and that is AI.
Now,
so the reality is AI is everywhere. It's tapping every industry and every role. People are using it daily. They're struggling to deliver because they're not actually using the tools that they need. People are grasping at tools, not learning how to really use them and utilize them. And they're just getting generic output. And so the problem is not the tool, it's the input. Vague prompts give you vague results. Garbage in, garbage out, right? You've heard that. So there's no structure, there's inconsistent output, and there's no strategy, and so they waste a lot of time. And so the truth is that AI responds on how we think. You have to input the context to give it the background it needs to understand your world, clarity that was mentioned earlier about being specific as to what you want, what you want it for and why it matters. And then structure, frame your request so AI can deliver the precise, usable result. So AI success equals context plus clarity plus structure. The gap is that most people are guessing. They're using one-line prompts. So there's minimal input, no context, no direction, and hoping that the magic is going to happen. And so the shift is from guessing to precision. You want better prompts for better outputs. You get faster execution and real results. And every improvement on how you can communicate with AI compounds better inputs, create a cascade of better outcomes across your entire workflow. So the solution that I've created is the prompt amplifier. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you right to the application. And what it is that it gives you structured prompts. So every prompt is built right from the start. You get clear direction and you get high quality results. And I am going to show you very quickly. Let me stop sharing for a moment. And I'm going to share the tool with you very quickly. All right. And there's the tool. And what you can do is basically you're amplifying your prompts to elevate your output. So if you want to start building your prompt, you can put, this is an example here, turn your ideas into powerful prompts. You just put a brain dump here, right? And then it rewrites it for you for clarity. And so as you can see, it gives you a little bit more context here, but then you can take it further and turn it into a mega prompt. And look at that. It's giving you the role, the task, the context, everything that you need to prompt better, the constraints, the tone and style, the output, the format, all of this. Now, people have issues with, don't know how to prompt. And so this is why I created this application. And you can copy the prompt and input it into your favorite LLM. So let me go back to stop sharing and go back to the presentation. Okay, so again, if you scan that QR code, it'll take you to the application that I just showed you. Slide is not advancing now. Trying to get it. Okay, there we go. So why does this matter? It saves you time and increases your confidence. So no more starting from scratch. You're not starting from your blank screen. It helps you to input whatever. You just do a brain dump, put it in there. And as you can see, it refines your prompt and then it created a mega prompt. So no more rewriting your outputs and no more second guessing. So the next level is agents that work for you. So beyond prompting, the next evolution is building agents. So imagine having a full team of specialized AI agents, one that are dedicated to critical functions of your business, all working in sync under your strategic direction. And that is what we call AI employees that work together for you. This is a program or a platform that I have created. And as you can see, this is just a few of the agents that are in there. But they collaborate. You put in your project, and then they collaborate with one another of who they need to bring in to complete the project. So the biggest opportunity is that the ability to use AI correctly. I am of the mindset that you have to use it in order to be able to become a better user of the tools or of AI. A lot of people don't understand that you have to train the AI. The AI has to understand who you are. It has to take on your persona or your company. So then that way, when you are inputting the information to AI and the more you use it, it learns about you, it knows about you. And so your output is going to sound like you and not robotic. So especially now for women globally, this is about more than productivity. It's about, again, having access and ownership and leadership in this AI economy. And I'm just so excited to see many women that are starting to just be there at the forefront. So again, you want to start here to get better results faster, less guesswork, the prompt amplifier, and you get, and then the other opportunity as well is role-based prompt generators for the way that you work. So again, I customize training for your industry and for your role. And so therefore, I have created also what I call industry and role-based prompt generators. And that's through my AI Workforce Pro platform. And so what it is, it's tailored for marketing, HR, ops, operations, nonprofits, and more, even construction and government. And so these are specialized prompts where you go in, you choose your role, and then it brings out several different content that this person in this role or what in your role would have to deliver. And it helps you go through the context in asking the questions, and then you get the correct prompt that you want, and you put it into your favorite LLM. So you are the strategist, right? You're at the center of every AI workflow, and it's your vision, your voice, and your direction. So you set the vision, you direct the agents, you review and refine, and you scale the impact. So your agents are content agent, operations agent, marketing agent, communications agent, and they work for you. And this is the beauty of this is that for those of us who are solopreneurs or have a small staff or maybe just have an admin, and we're wearing many hats, right? And so these agents help us to be able to perform and provide for our clients. So how I support leaders and organizations, these are a few of the programs that I have: the AI Business Makeover, the Shift Leadership Framework, the Clear Planning, the AI Workforce Pro Enablement System, custom AI training, and also AI tools. So your starting point, if you scan the QR code here, that gives you a free AI adoption assessment that you can take, and it gives you results immediately. And there's also a button there that if you'd like to go over the results with me, you can schedule a complimentary call. I've also am an award-winning author, a #1 bestseller, AI for Executives on Amazon. I also wrote a white paper, Business Transformation, the Impact of an AI-Educated Workforce. And I just recently completed another white paper called AI Insourcing. So here are some resources for you. If you're interested in becoming AI certified, you can scan the QR code on the left, and it'll take you to learn more about AI consulting. And then there's also the AI Experts Club. So if you want to scan there, you can do that as well. That's another platform. It's not my platform, but it's one of my mentors. And so you would be able to learn quite a bit in the AI Experts Club if you're not interested in getting the AI certification. So make sure that you take a screenshot or to scan those QR codes. And so I'll leave you with this. Since this is a global international forum, I thought that I would do another avatar and take a listen.
At Business AI Consulting, we're on a mission to empower businesses like yours with cutting-edge AI technology. 你好，欢迎你，我是尼尔达·托马斯，在商业人工智能咨询，我们的使命是通过简短的人工智能技术赋能向 Hola y bienvenidos. Soy Nilda Thomas. En Consultoría de IA Empresarial, estamos en una misión para empoderar a empresas como suya con tecnologia de IA de vanguardia. Ciao e benvenuto. Sono Nilda Thomas. Presso Business AI Consulting. Siamo in missione per potenziare aziende come la tua con tecnologie di intelligenza artificiale all'avanguardia. We understand the unique challenges that businesses face in today's digital landscape, and that's why we're here to help you overcome those obstacles and stay ahead of the competition. Our team of experts is dedicated to helping you elevate your business and achieve your goals. Schedule a discovery call with us today, and let's explore how we can systematize and automate your business, and together, let's pave the way to success. We can't wait to work with you.
And so that's my other avatar. And that just shows you being global, you can have your avatar, you can speak in the different languages. And that's something that I can help you with as well. So please connect with me on LinkedIn. Also schedule a consultation if you'd like. And you have my information there. So I love to empower women to lead in the age of AI. And again, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nilda. Welcome. We are so happy to have you here. I want to thank you for sharing, first of all, your personal growth experience. I think we've all gone through something similar to that. I also love educate to innovate. I mean, this is so clear. Thank you for breaking these AI into small pieces. Like you say, so many people are still very intimidated, but they don't know the vast array of services that we could definitely get from AI and how it could definitely help us become better at what we do.
Yes,
Especially
absolutely.
that is key. People still don't know what words to use. Creating those agents, those AI employees that can fill up your team. And the bigger opportunity is how to optimize AI tools to serve you best. Really, I mean, in only 10 minutes, you shared so much with us. I can't even imagine having you for an entire session. So for any of you that are looking for this in-depth understanding of how AI can definitely impact you and really help you grow, Nilda Thomas is the person to call. And key, AI needs to know you. I think so many times we're so afraid of AI that we don't share anything. But in order for it to really help you, it needs to get to know you.
Yes.
So thank you again for sharing this with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks. So now another new face in our group, and it's Dr. Renee Butler. Renee Butler is the founder, CEO, and visionary. If you could stop sharing your presentation while we're speaking, I would agree. Renee L. Butler is the founder, CEO, and visionary of Goal Grinders, Inc., a nonprofit organization that mentors and educates teenagers in the fields of entrepreneurship, leadership, and science technology, engineering, art, and math, and STEAM. Goal Grinders provides an after-school program for middle school girls, a teen mentorship program, and a series of summits that addresses crucial issues in our schools, households, and society. I think that is absolutely amazing. I want to hear all about it. Dr. Butler, the virtual podium is yours. I am going to support here Dr. Nilda to see if we can stop sharing her presentation. Take your time. There we go. You almost did. It almost left.
I can share my presentation and it will bump hers out if you want me to do that.
Great idea.
Okay. All right.
Sorry about that. I had two screens and I think
that's okay.
Mhm.
All right, there you go. So I'm gonna quickly stop sharing and then I will reshare. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I am Dr. Renee Butler. I am a multi-award-winning business and AI architect, and I'd like to thank the SMPL International team for curating today's conference and for the speaker invitation. As you see, I do have a slide presentation, but I think I want to pivot. I want us to have a heart-to-heart conversation instead. I promise I'll share my slides with you a little bit later. But
can you okay, can you wait one moment? We still have Nilda on the screen. Let's okay, we can't hear you because you have your mic.
I'll leave and I'll come back in. You let me back in. I'll just stop.
Thank you so much.
If you go beside my name and right click, you can pin me to the screen. You can pin me to the speakers. You got me now? Okay. All right, great. All right. So I'll share my slides a little bit later. But I want to talk about AI as your business operating system. So 20 years ago, when I started my coaching practice, AI didn't exist. So not only do I have Goal Grinders, let me backtrack a little bit. I have Goal Grinders, but I also have Renee Butler, Inc., which is my own coaching practice. So about 20 years ago, after I had sold a company, everyone was, oh, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? So when I started my coaching practice, AI didn't exist. And like, most ambitious business owners, there came a time when I was grinding, hence goal grinders that I named for the kids. I was pouring everything into my clients, my programs, and my visions. And I have ideas constantly, but no matter how hard I worked, I kept having the same problem: too many ideas and not enough time. So I had the expertise, but not ever like enough capacity. I've been in tech my entire life. So when the AI revolution hit, I started exploring what AI could actually do for me. So not just like the AI hype or the headlines, but how could AI operationalize my business? And heck, my life too, for that matter. But the question stopped being, how do I work harder or hire more people? And became, how do I architect systems that work for me and for my clients? And that mindset shift changed everything. So what AI gave me beyond speed was consistency. So every client's deliverables, every framework, and every offer that I build maintains the same exact standard because I've architected the process behind it. And that is the real competitive edge. I went from being a multi-business owner using AI to becoming a business architect who builds frameworks, programs, and tools with an entire AI team of agents that work on my behalf, including one I'll share with you today. It's called the Venture Validator. So I built this tool because one of my biggest time and money killers was researching like new ideas, and my clients wanted to do this or that, and they wanted me to write a business plan, and I was doing lots of research. So my tool validates a business concept, performs a SWOT analysis, gives you a go, no-go decision with scoring and next steps. So you guys want to see it? I think so. Let's do it. All right, I'm going to share my screen again, and we'll get right to it. All right, share. All right, so can you see my screen? Let me hide these controls here. All right, so let's get started. So I use this all the time. So I picked a scenario we're going to do specifically for you all, and we'll do it together, and we'll get to see the results. So it says, Renee, what are we validating today? So let's drop in. I want to launch an AI-powered business diagnostic tool for small business owners. It analyzes their current operations and generates a custom AI adoption roadmap showing them exactly where and how to implement AI in their business. Here's our target audience. This is the price point. So let's go. Let's see what it asks us next. So it's given us a series of questions. So it says, what does the experience actually look like? Is it a guided questionnaire that outputs a PDF report, a chat-based assessment, a dashboard they log back into, or understanding format matters for both visibility and pricing? Have you tested any version of this, even manually? So let's give it a response. So we'll say one is, we want it to be a guided questionnaire. So guided questionnaire. And then 2 is going to be, no, I have not tested. It's just a concept. Let's spell questionnaire right. So are we planning to launch it into an existing set of audience first as a low friction entry offer, or positioning it as cold traffic, top of the funnel? So let's say we're going to do cold traffic. Let's pick that one. So here's our report. It shows us who our target audience is. It tells us what the problem is. So I know I need AI, but I don't know where to start in my business. They're drowning in generic content. Current solution and gaps. So it gives you the gaps that you've got, what your offer is. So a guided questionnaire that analyzes current business operations at that price point that you have there. And then one of the things that, as I work with my clients, was I am a master at doing a SWOT analysis, but being able to use AI to do some of that and look at your competition, because oftentimes a lot of people, they forget about their looking at their competition and what their competition charges and what they do. And so what's their recommendation? So they're recommending to run a manual beta with 5 to 10 customers. And here's our go, no-go decision scorecard. And it gives you like 17 out of 20 for the problem market fit. Your audience is 15 out of 20, competitive gap, offer visibility. So what's the verdict? A conditional go. So, and then it tells us, well, what do you need to do next? If you definitely want to do this, what is it that you need to do next? What are your red flags that you need to watch for? So that is my venture validator. And what used to take me days to do market research, audience analysis, revenue modeling, I'd be on calls doing surveys. You see how fast that was, right? Did we do that in like less than 2 minutes versus days and weeks of research? And although my colleagues call me the AI magician, that's not magic. That is architecture. So I built that tool because I needed it. And now every client I work with has access to this tool too. And that is what operationalizing AI actually looks like. So I will flip to my slides. I'm not going to go through my slides. I just kind of talk through what we shared. I'll drop them in the chat. Here is my contact information. You can scan the QR code. I will send you a copy of my slides. And if you are interested, we can chat later. But in closing, as we look to the future of AI, the business owners who will win in this era aren't waiting for the perfect tool or the perfect moment. They're building their own AI-powered systems and teams to scale at record speed with consistency and quality. This is exactly what I now teach to executives, founders, and government leaders. If you'd like to continue this conversation, I am Dr. Renee Butler. I am easy to find. My business is my name, so you can find me at reneebutler.com. And if you'd like a copy of the presentation or to keep in touch, scan the QR code. Thank you so much. It has been my honor to present to you today.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Renee Butler. It was amazing, so clear and to the point. Definitely anybody who wants to continue growing in this area, please contact Dr. Renee. I just love the fact that it's so easy. If we just complicate our lives, but we need to know how to get into that, and we need to know what those tools are. So thank you for giving us a real-time exercise so we can see that it can be done. So thank you again for bringing that to us.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we would like to bring all the way from Puerto Rico, Martina Reyes. She's an author, a glass artist, an LLP neurocommunication and visual language master trainer. She is a business motivational speaker and a best-selling author. Ever since she was a child, Martina's curiosity and understanding the power of words and human behavior has been her journey. Today, with AI, her message is amplified, and she will tell us how. So welcome, Martina. The virtual podium is all yours.
Thank you, my dear Virginia. Hola, chicas, ¿cómo están? Bonjour, my name is Martina Reyes. This is not an avatar, this is me, my real me. But I was amazed about Nilda. It was amazing. I just loved it. Love it when women embrace anything that comes new and it's not afraid to try it. And I think that is the first thing. I started this very, very early in the 80s. And you were saying this just started like in November, a couple of years ago. But my beloved husband was an amazing genius in technology, an economist and a lawyer. So he was so attracted to technology. So that was his job in a company that managed hospital. So artificial intelligence being obviously started in 1956. Just imagine, none of us were born. I mean, it was amazing when I heard that about Alexa, Siri, our intelligent phone. We've been in intelligence, artificial intelligence, all these years. And now people are like so afraid of it. And I'm like, are you afraid of your phone? They're like, no. So today I'm going to break a little bit of the myth that we are seeing in the technology, especially people over 50. That is my market. I work with women over 50, professional women that like to start a new business after retiring, or they want to leave a legacy and they want to immerse themselves into artificial intelligence. And all for me started when I went to do a master's degree in creative writing. And I came back home and I told my husband, I can't make it. He said, why? Because he's asking me to write something in time wrong, 12 point. What is that? I did not like technology at all, because I would say that it was taking human jobs. So he sat down with me. He explained what it's all about. And in that moment, I remember it was 2004. I embraced technology and I'm a technology junkie, if you want to call it. And I started looking these amazing opportunities that had been creating for me and for many other people. I created a method to hack artificial intelligence, to hack the prompts, because they call me the mind hacker. I've been doing this since over 30 years, and I started learning about the brain because I'm an ND human. And you might ask, what is an ND human? I'm from another planet, kind of. No. Well, for me, ND human is a neurodiverse human. I'm autistic, highly functional. So I see patterns differently. And one of the things that it will amaze me is I see the patterns like artificial intelligence sees them. So I created something called narrow prompt, how to connect your mind and your heart through the words using intelligence artificial. But that is another topic for some other day. I'm going to go right into my presentation so we can see these 3 myths that I have found in all my clients, professional human beings, not ND, but human beings, that they were so afraid. And when we started breaking the myth, they are embracing and they're like rocket ship with this new technology. So let me just, if I can share my presentation. Can you see it?
We see it downloading. Yes, yes, we do. We do.
Can you see it now?
We can see it now. If you want to go to slideshow, we don't see everything else on the site. There we go.
Are you seeing it? Are you seeing the slide now?
Perfect. No, we see it perfectly now.
Okay, great, great. Well, this is simple. You can find me. I'm a hashtag. Just put hashtag Martina Reyes and you will find me anyway. That's the first thing I want to teach you girls. Just become a hashtag. And when people say, how can I connect with you? You don't have to give all this information like find me here, find me there. Just say, my name is already a hashtag. And people will go, wow. So you are hacking their mind already. So my name is a hashtag. You can find me there and just connect with me through any of my social media and keep the conversation going, because I would love to keep in touch with all of you. These are the 3 myths I found about the AI and the truth behind them. There are many more, but these are the ones that I have been found in the last 3 years. But first, let's understand what's AI and what's not. It's just a system that human being created to process information and produce response. That's it. It's a tool. It doesn't do anything without our fingers, without our thoughts, without our reasoning, without understanding, without our knowledge. So this is the first thing I tell people. You don't have to be afraid of it. If you have an iron in your house and you don't plug it in and you put it on high, it won't burn you, right? Because you control it. So for me, it's something just like the saying, artificial. When people ask you, is a human create this to process information, produce response in a speed. And that's the word, in a speed. You still can do it yourself, but this will give you a little bit of accelerator. So for me, it's accelerator for humans, for things that we already know. Well, the first myth is they think it's like a human. It's not. It doesn't have any emotion, no feeling, no value, doesn't have any experience. It doesn't even understand what it's answering you. Isn't it crazy? It doesn't reason. So you never know what are you can write anything and it will just act upon what you're writing, because it's reading patterns and it starts to read your patterns of thinking. So that's why, as one of the girls said, you must infuse your artificial intelligence tool with your narrative voice, with your voice, how you think, how you create, what are the words you use, what is the target that you working with. No judgment. It doesn't judge. If you say, oh, the word is not good, it will say, yeah, it's true, the word is not good. It doesn't judge. It always want to be on your side. So that is something that you have to be very aware, because it moves so fast, but it cannot replace your creativity, your voice, and your human wisdom, especially your intuition. If I use AI, I'm cheating. Oh my God, I'm a writer. So you can imagine all my friends writer that from the academic, coming out of the school, and they're like, we don't write on artificial intelligence. It's just a tool. It's like a calculator, a spell checking, a GPS. It just supports your effort, your knowledge, but it doesn't erase it. It amplifies clarity. And that's one of the things I love. It's accelerating your work because it gives you clarity. Like just Rena said, it can take days, week. For me, I'm a neurocommunication specialist, and I write neuro prompts, and I write neuro copy for my clients for their website, their landing page. That's what we do in my office. But this helps me do the work faster and optimize it. So it enhances your talent. If you think with your talent, it will create enhancing in your talent. That's it. These are powerful tools. If a weak user use it with a weak questions and prompt, it would just create weaker results. So you have to learn how to use it, and you have to be very specific what you're asking for. And AI is always right. Just look at the image. I know some of you have going to an artificial intelligence say, that's not true, because it's not always right. Sounds confident, but it can still be wrong. It's very persuasive, but you have to be very careful because it can end up thinking, yeah, he's right. The tool is right. It's not right. We always have to figure it out and double check. It could be an assistant. It can be your tutor. It can be your mentor. It will never be your subconscious, and it will never be your authority. You are in control. So myth 3 is not always right. That is not true. And trust wisely. Use your 5 senses, your knowledge, use everything you have in your power before. Use it with your real eyes. I just found a video of a guy in Spain that he took his ChatGPT and he said, I'm going to talk to you in 3 languages and you're going to translate that in Spanish. He said, this is Germany. He started, and when it translated like, yes, you're right. He was just blobbing. It was not even German. He did it in German. He did it in English. I think he did it in France. He didn't speak those languages, but the AI was translating. And then he said, did you realize I was not speaking all those languages? And I said, yes, I did realize, but I didn't want to stop you from speaking or something like that. It was so crazy. So it's never right until you say it's right. The real power in this is the mind using it. It's us behind it. By learning to ask better questions and better craft, better prompts, you protect yourself and your work that you create. When I created my model is called Model DOS. One of my clients said, Martina, I just went in and I asked, give me the model of Martina DOS, and I found it. You had to take it away from the artificial intelligence. And I went in and actually all my framework was there, but I was more intelligent than the artificial intelligence, and I encrypted. I used some words that it was a message behind the message. So I kind of protect my work. And then after that, I went in and trademarked it. And right now we're in that process. But yes, we have to be very careful what information we put. Sensitive information about our clients, sensitive information about ourselves, our finance, anything that is very sensitive information. I never suggest you put it on the artificial intelligence. Even if you put all those security codes, right now there's something called myth. I'm just going to leave it there. Just go in and investigate myth. And just a couple of days came out and it was a disaster for them. So for those who likes artificial intelligence, I know it might like what you're going to find in that. Artificial intelligence does not replace human judgment. It can erase our level of awareness, clarity, and decision making. Guys, it's just a tool. It's just a tool. That's what I tell all my clients. And I know, because we are here together today, brilliant minds working on artificial intelligence and leadership. And I know you understand that the direction, the wisdom comes from you. only from you, from the person that is using it. The good news is it will not replace the vision of a woman entrepreneur. Never. It will help us create her vision with more clarity, speed, and reach. So if I will have to leave a message today, as an ND human and a mind hacker, embrace artificial intelligence, live with intelligence, because we have the intuition, we have the wisdom to share with others, to help others become whatever they want to become in this world. Because artificial intelligence is not here to replace human. It's here to enhance those with a vision that will create a better future for all of us. It has been a pleasure being with you guys here. And you know how to find me. Hashtag Martina Reyes. Ciao.
Thank you, Martina, so much. Let's remove your screen. Thank you so much. I love the presenting the 3 myths that I think are really the myth that everybody has. Number 1, it doesn't think like a human. So you need to feed it, right? It does not feel those emotions. It is always on your side. So you need to verify this. Number 2, you're not cheating if you use it. It's a tool and amplifies clarity. A weak user creates weak results. I love that. I love that. AI is not always right. We have to verify. How many times have we seen people be embarrassed? You know, we don't believe something, we look it up and we were right. It is not correct. And most importantly, it is not a final authority. I love that. You are, right? So let's not replace your value with the tool. It is a tool. Thank you again, Martina, for doing this with us today and being here with us today. Let's see if we can remove your presentation.
I did.
Okay, well, I still see. Okay, I see. Perfect. Yeah. It looked like a presentation, but thank you. Okay, so here we are now. Welcome all. Don't leave. Now we have Tracy Eileen from the US is joining us now. She's a multifaceted individual known for her work as a transformational coach, digital innovator, and a women's empowerment advocate. She is also a global delegate for Global Festival 2026, actually for 2025 also. Tracy is the CEO of Release Pain to Power, a company focused on empowering women to overcome hardships and achieve their potential. She is also the creator of Heavenly Connect's mobile app, a platform promoting connection, mindfulness, and personal growth. Tracy, the virtual podium is all yours.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Virginia. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you so much for inviting me. And I will be honest, when Shruti invited me, I'm like, no, in my head, I'm not the AI girl. And when I say that, I say meaning certification. So I decided to come on just briefly to talk about my experience with AI, but also it is great to see all my global family and my US buddies, Nilda Thomas and Dr. Renee Butler. I'm glad that they decided to join because their expertise is beyond imaginable. They're just expert in AI. So I'm glad to see that they decided to come and join us. But I will say that when it comes to AI, I use AI, excuse me, as an assistant only because I am dyslexic, right? And I've come to realize that any tool that can help me besides Grammarly, spell check, that AI can definitely help me with spelling, as was mentioned earlier, with clarity. So being dyslexic has its challenges, but I've retrained my brain to understand dyslexic, accept it, and how to use my brain. And then AI has just definitely enhanced it for me. So I use AI for presentations, created images. Also, I am in the process of creating a 30-day healing journey and a master class. And I am creating a notebook for this upcoming masterclass. So as being a user, that is how I use AI. But I had to realize that you have to put information in, right? As was stated earlier, you have to put it in, and then then it gives you clarity. And then once you put in the information, as was stated earlier as well, it can't be 1-2 words, but the more you input, the more output comes. In addition to that, with AI, you have to understand that, once again, no, you're not cheating. I had to explain it to someone that was curating his website. You're not cheating. You're just inputting the information and getting clarity, and it's enhancing. And you have to give that information in order to get that output. Now, what I found when using AI, I also have to proofread it, right? And it's not also necessarily always right or what you're asking it to do for you. So it is a great tool for me in so many ways because it boosts my confidence in writing. It boosts my confidence in being for clarity as well. And also just to be creative, right? Because when you're creative, it shows another intellect that you have as well. So that are the ways that I use it as being a user. So seeing Martina speak of it as her way of using it for her business clients, Dr. Renee, of course, Nilda, and also you, Panila. I enjoy seeing your perspective on how you're using it. And I do agree with all of you ladies, especially the one with being a leader, that how women have to perceive AI and jump into it as well. So I would like to say thank you very much, Shruti and Dr. Virginia, for having me, and it's great to be a part of this event today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tracy, for being with us. We love having you here and being part of our global family, definitely. So things that we learned about you, and I think it's a reinforcement to the messages. The more you input, the more you output. So you need to be an active participant. The importance of proofreading. Don't make mistakes because of AI. You need to make sure that you are the final authority, as Dr. Martina said, and it channels your creativity. So yes, we're all creative, but it's a great tool to channel that creativity. So thank you again, Tracy, for being with us today. So now we invite to the virtual podium, Dr. Srividhya Sukumar. It's an ambassador, Her Excellency, Dr. Srividhya Sukumar. She's an educationist, governance advisor, quality assurance and compliance expert, strategic transformations. She's an R&D consultant, life and business coach. She's an author, a columnist. She's the global chair for GSFN, a global ambassador for the United Nations, and she's the country director for IIU. So welcome, Dr. Srividhya.
Welcome. Good evening, Dr. Virginia. Hope all things are fine. And I take this honor and privilege to welcome you all on this virtual podium on behalf of IIU, being the country director of UAE. Thank you so much. And today's topic, what we're talking about is AI with women empowerment. Rather than talking about anything else, it's how it's going to empower women. That's what is going to be the highlight of the day. That note, let me highlight, as we are talking about in relation to Mahila Udyami. Our focus, I would like to shift the focus to India, which is a country, which is an emerging country rather than in the global background. Like it has been very importantly playing a big role, big significant role in the global arena. So on that note, what is AI in India is that, to be very frank, it's a nightmare. Frankly speaking, it's a nightmare. People who are in the remote countries, remote areas, they don't have access to even internet. They don't have access to smartphones. So when it is such an area, such a thing that we are looking into, so how are we going to help those people? Well, AI has advanced too much. We know that in the global arena that we have been using AI in every day-to-day world, and without internet, we can't even dream of a day or a good morning, right? So on that note, without AI, is there any way that we can I'm trying to give you solutions. So let's see how AI has really uplifted women in the corporate world and also in the cabinets, the government sectors, and also, on the other hand, how it has really downtrodden the female community who are still striving to make their living. So if at all we could strike a balance between these two worlds, two different extremes that we're talking about, that's going to be really good. And I think these 10 minutes, which have taken permission from Dr. Virginia, Dr. Virginia, yes, so should really help us. And if at all we can do it, how can we do it? So thank you so much. On that note, please allow me to share my screen. I'm sure I'm allowed to do so. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Shruti. Thank you so much. Hope my screen is visible.
You can see it, yes. If you want to go to
Yes,
slide,
so
that way we eliminate
yeah,
the
I
slide.
would. I'm trying to go there exactly. So thanks, Dr. Virginia, for the wonderful introduction. This is Dr. Srividhya, who is going to highlight on G20 Empower. That's otherwise called as Empower Alliance, which talks about empowerment of women and progression of women's economic representation, highlighting AI into the fold. So people who know me can always relate to this quote of mine that is celebrate every single moment of your life so as to evolve as self, community, and terrain. So there we are with IIU today, celebrating this moment where we are united on this virtual podium to evolve as self first, as a person, as an individual, so that we are able to take it forward to the community and take it forward to the planet, because that's the only planet that we have. So coming back to the topic, which I highlighted just before, the Empower Alliance, the G20 Empower Alliance for the empowerment and progression of women's economic representation is accelerating women leadership and empowerment in the private sector. So here are some stats which would like to take it up after global crisis, the COVID pandemic. The International Labour Organization, ILO, noted as of February 2022, the global labor force participation rate of women is under 47%, presenting 27 percentage points difference compared to men. Moreover, this share of women in leadership positions shows less convincing posture in solving the complex challenge. Likewise, the World Economic Forum noted globally, women make up just over a third, that is 36.9% of the leadership roles only, and a figure that is 3.6% higher than reported in 2016. So we are going backwards. So the female representation in the top leadership positions is even more constrained, with women counting for just 4.8% of chief executive officers, which is otherwise called as C-suite level in all those Fortune 500 companies. Now, why is this actually prevailing? Because people feel that men are more competent when using AI, and women are not so very competent. So how would we bridge this gap? Let's see. Likewise, the white labor market still picture is more alarming, such that the women is just over 50% compared to 80% of men in the World Bank level, like global labor force that we're talking about. So analyzing reveals a gap of 40% in the wage levels, in the income levels of the women still to be bridged. So other challenges, as we know, the global analysis reveals that over 2.3 billion of women without internet access, more than 1.7 billion who do not even have a smartphone to access, with 200 million fewer than men with online and mobile access. More than this, there is a threat behind, even for those who have an access, the data privacy, which is again a very huge nightmare when it compared to women with all other activities, which we all know, though I'm not mentioning it on this platform. So the data has been provided with the impetus of the action from the governments, investors, private sectors, businesses, workers, and our organization, NGOs. Even the evidence shows that the economic slowdown disproportionately impact women, such that with the existing inequalities can cause gender equality initiatives to slip down in government and the corporate agendas. So moving ahead, this is again data, which we have just condensed in a different way. So do we have solution for this? So that's why this G20 Empower Alliance came into critical role in driving changes which were required to reduce this gender parity gap. And this can be only achieved through strategic collaboration with the governments and the private sectors, along with the engagement of the workers and the organization and other civil society organization. This is the key thing that we need to work on and which we need to focus on. We all have wonderful ideas which we have shared on this platform, but how will our voices be heard where it has to be heard, like the government sectors? How do we have access to it? How are we going to make it work exactly? In that, our voices need to be heard on this, like creating awareness and creating campaigns like this, where we talk more and more about women empowerment, such that one day or other, certainly where it has to be heard, will be heard. So these G20 countries should be the anchor to set the fundamental best practices in supporting women empowerment. If we say that we are setting up a standard for supporting some fundamental practices in supporting women, especially increase of women economic participation, enforcing policies including internationally recognized labor standards to assist women in rising leadership positions, and establishing an environment to grow long-term essential skills. That's how this G20 alliance came into vogue. So it was launched in the summit of Japan in 2019 and with the Saudi presidency, and so many countries have taken part in it, and talking about across the three cross-cutting areas of the G20 importance. So measuring to improve, that it is fundamental for both governments and the business to track progress where we are, that we need to track it, set goals to move and monitor trends. Anything which doesn't measure, which doesn't have a measure, is going to be futile. So we need to monitor the advancement trends in the women leadership and the leadership with the statistics that are involved. So if we do that, what we need to do, we need to work on female talent pipelines. There are so many talents which are available, especially in the women's sector, as the key to the women leadership. So we need to hunt for those talents and bring them in vogue with the organizations like Mahila Udyami. And it is essential to look into the diversity, inclusion, and equity policies such that any of the policy, like recently India has passed a sanctioned government constitutional right and thing for women empowerment and women exactly what is called as allotment in the government level, and also the percentage that enables us to address the systemic barriers surrounding the advancement of women. So leading to the future, it is necessary to address these gaps in the availability, adoption, and the implementation of the programs to provide women with the skills and the qualifications so that they are not left behind. So if we do this, exactly where do we go? And let me just go further. How do we implement it? Because we have highlighted quickly. I'm going a little fast because I know that many of the people are waiting in the pipeline, so they also should get a chance to speak. So what is required is we should focus on women entrepreneurship, a win-win equity for equity in economy, creating a global partnership for promoting women leadership across all levels of from the grassroots. And how it can happen? It can happen only with education as a game changer, with this pathway to the women empowerment. When we do that, what is required is that digital skilling, cutting across all the three focus areas. So the digital skills that we're talking about, it should bridge the gap between the entrepreneurship and the global partnership, and for the education background that is sharing best practices. So how could we do this? Engage all the stakeholders, develop an action-oriented agenda towards promoting equality and empowerment of women, taking empower message to the masses by organizing campaigns like this, going on to the grassroots level, start working with them. Not only India, even countries like Africa has to, generally they are on the move and they are into these practices. So generating all inclusive content, including the valuable perspectives of women from all walks of life. So the barriers which were prevailing can be made as the carriers for the change, for the women entrepreneurship, a win-win equity for the economy. So if we do this, it could be really good. With our stunning success reports and evidences, there is a growing recognition among the world leaders that women entrepreneurs are making significant contributions to the global economy and the society. And an estimated of 274 million women are involved in business startups, in addition to 139 million women owners and managers are establishing businesses, with 144 million informal women investors. So promoting women entrepreneurship is significant because it increases women access to income, and it is a foundation for the women economic empowerment. Overall, it influences the economic growth of the nation with the advancement of the substantive equality, and increases total number of entrepreneurs. So if we do this, actually, what could be the threat? Analyzing the threats which are there. As I told you before, what will happen to the women who doesn't even access to a smartphone, and how will they even, some of the women, they don't know how to even sign their name in the bank check or whatever thing. Even in the GPay, they don't know how to transfer it. So in that case, how are we going to tell those kind of women? So create global partnership, promoting women leadership across all levels, including the grassroots. So if we do that, women equal participation, representation in the local decision-making process is critical by analyzing the differential needs and the localizing their substantial developmental goals. So there we are with gender equality. That is SDG 5 that we are talking about. And there we will be able to bring a change in all these numbers that we have mentioned. So if we do that, 6.2 million elected members in the deliberative bodies of the local government, they will be women, and their places in the women representation in the local governments higher than the national parliaments will be 25% higher than the present, and only 20 countries out of 40 have reached this decision making, and 28 countries have women representation with the 30%. So if we do this, definitely we will be able to analyze. So if we do that, how many of the countries have actually involved in this, have implemented projects like this? Taking a story from India, the Prime Minister's vision of women-led development is reflected in various national flagship programs, including Mission Shakti, Shaktima Anganwadi, and Poshan 2.0 with the National Rural Livelihoods Mission, Jan Dan Yogna, and Mudra Startup India, Skill India, etc. These programs have empowered women at the various levels, including the grassroots. So with that, we come to the end of the session. Thank you, Dr. Virginia. I don't know whether I do have time. I thought I will give instances for taking it forward. And if you can help me through, then I will go further. Dr. Virginia, how much time do I have?
You have 1 minute, my dear. 1 minute. 1 minute. We go.
So if we do this, if we talk about the global partnership in promoting women, because why are we talking this? Because these days AI is has made influence in all these categories that we are talking about: improving nutrition and health delivery, promoting digital and financial inclusion, increasing women overall labor workforce and participation, and promoting women in the government roles, enhancing women in public and the political representation. So if we want to enhance women or talking about women empowerment, definitely we need to take it forward in all these things. For this, what is very, very much required is education is a game-changing pathway to women empowerment. This is which is the key thing that we need to do. Educate the women, educate every single person whom you meet, even a simple, some of the apps that were discussed, how to create it, how to access the app. These all things should reach the grassroots level of female so that they will be able to take part in this. They will be able to join this empowerment scheme and they will be able to do this. So if we do that, what we need to look into this is very simple. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM is not only pertaining to schools, but also to the women who are in the grassroots level, who are going to make an impact in the economy. So if we talking about that, relating it to education, education is critical for economic empowerment and women empowerment, enabling women to take on to the gents leadership positions. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Virginia. And sorry, I went really fast because I know that we were running out of time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Dr. Srividhya, thank you for bringing G20 Alliance and its objectives for female talent in India. I think that it's really important that we know, especially as India is the most populated country in the world. So it does have a lot of cognizance to the topic that we're speaking about. It's important to address that the gaps in this country in particular do exist because of how big it is. But most importantly, the fact that they're focusing on women's entrepreneur and they're thinking of DigiSkills as something that we should spearhead with. I just want to say that 90% of the women that lead entrepreneurial ventures in India are still in the informal sector. So this is very, very important that we realize that the number can be so much greater. And generating all-inclusive content is so important because we need to make sure that women know that we're speaking to them. So we have 270 million leading with entrepreneurial ventures. That is an amazing number. I am extremely impressed. And the truth is that if we activate women, not as intervention, but as infrastructure, we would change the name of the game. And I want to say this again. If we activated women, not as intervention, not as charity, not as something that's vulnerable, but we really activated women as infrastructure like we do with roads or we do with power, our story would be so, so different. So it starts with a mind shift today. Thank you for bringing the numbers, how important it is that we change what empowerment really is. Empowerment is a limiting word if we say women's empowerment, because we are actually saying that women are limited, but we are limited to access. We're not limited to capacity. So this is very, very key. So I hope that every single one of you starts thinking in this simple mind shift. It's about access. It's not really about capacity. Capacity will come once we bring access to everyone. So thank you, Dr. Srividhya, for sharing that with us today.
Thank you, Dr. Virginia. So I conclude today's session, thanking Dr. Piyush Pandit and the flashy smile, beautiful Dr. Virginia. Thank you so much. And definitely, before we leave this forum, let's just think about one thing about women empowerment. Educate a woman, you're educating the whole generation. So we have to keep that in mind, and she will take it forward. Thank you, Dr. Virginia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Srividhya. Sukumar, if you can, okay, beautiful. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to present another Global Festival alumni. I am extremely proud to present to you Dr. Berman from South Africa. She's based in Cape Town. Diane Berman is a multi-award-winning global business growth strategist, keynote speaker, and founder of the Diamond Academy with over 55,000 hours of experience across various industries. Diane has become an influential voice in empowering business owners worldwide. Her commitment to inspiring motivating, and educating entrepreneurs is transforming businesses globally. So welcome, Dr. Berman. The virtual podium is all yours.
Thank you so much. It's so awesome to be here. As I'm putting on my screen that everybody can see my slides at the same time. Well done, Shruti. I think you are absolutely phenomenal as always. And I'm going to push a little bit of boundaries, as you knew I was going to when you asked me to join today. So working with AI is definitely a game changer for so many people. And we've all heard that already. We've heard about how it saves us time, how it acts as a tool. But I want to take it a little bit further. I want to take it to the people that really want to be successful. So our leaders, the entrepreneurs, business owners, the women entrepreneurs in particular. I want us to go back and to think a little bit differently. I want us to realize that in order to be totally successful, we have to get past that uncomfortableness of being self-obsessed. So let's start with something society has told us that we should never do. We should never be self-obsessed. That's what society says. They say it's a bad thing. We're told not to make it about ourselves. We are told to be humble. We are told to not be driven, not to be too focused, and not to be intense at all, not to be loud. But what if I told you that that's a lie? The people that are successful, self-obsession is the formula to extraordinary success. If you look at the people that are at the top 1% around the world, they are self-obsessed, and in a good way, not in a bad way. But because every defining moment of our life, every single breakthrough, every reinvention came from self-obsession. You can be obsessed over your children and their health. You are obsessed over how you grow your business. You are obsessed over your partner. It's all part of what we are as humans. I'm obsessed of becoming stronger. I'm obsessed of creating change in the world, particularly for business owners. I'm obsessed with creating a global conference for women CEOs around the world. I'm obsessed with looking at business owners from a completely different position. Where's their power? Where's their positioning? And where's their poise? That's what obsession looks like. So every time there's a breakthrough, it comes from obsession. What if obsession really is not arrogance, not vanity, but it rather is a deep persistence, unapologetic commitment to becoming the person that you were supposed to be, to developing the business and influencing the amount of people that you truly can? So if you think about it, you think about how obsessed you could actually be with what you've already done. You can't do that if your cup is half full or half empty. You can't pour from an empty cup. We've all heard this before, but it goes deeper. Yes, you can give of your time, you can show up and you can serve. But imagine the impact if you built something so powerful that you could change thousands of lives at a time. When you're self-obsessed with growth, with success, with expansion, you don't just give, you multiply impact. You don't just help one person, you create an ecosystem of change. So I want you to really think about who are you helping when you're becoming successful, the way you build your businesses, using AI, saving time, how can you impact further? The other area is if you're obsessed with becoming successful, and I'm really hoping Shruti is with Inside Her New Business, is you don't need motivation, because motivation is temporary. Obsession is permanent. You can watch as many podcasts, listen to as many speakers, read as many books. That's knowledge. But obsession is the internal fire where your vision is big enough, when the person you're becoming is clear enough, where you don't need motivation. You become unstoppable. You wake up and you move, you act, you build, but it's not doing. It's no longer an option. You make sure that you become successful so you can influence others. The third area is obsession is how we build confidence. Everyone wants confidence. And it's one of the areas working with so many business owners around the world. One of the areas that we lack is confidence. And everyone wants confidence, but very few are willing to earn it. Confidence doesn't just come. It comes after deciding what you want to do, showing up when it's uncomfortable, doing it anyway, learning, growing, failing, winning, and repeating the process over and over and over again. Confidence is not a mindset, it's a result. Obsession forces you into an arena, and the arena then builds confidence. So Shruti, you are now in a major arena where you're playing. So that confidence is going to grow and grow. The fourth area is self-obsession builds immunity to noise, and everybody hears so much from so many. We live in a world of constant distraction, social media, opinions, trends, comparisons, and if we're not careful, we're building somebody else's life instead of our own. Obsession creates focus. It allows you to say, this is what I'm building. This is what matters to me. This is what I choose to ignore. You don't need every opinion. You don't need every trend. You need clarity, discipline, and directions. And sometimes you need to cut that noise completely. So make sure that you know when to cut that noise. Self-obsession is extreme clarity. At its core, self-obsession is clarity, clear on where you're going, what you want, who you're becoming. And when you're clear on those, you move differently with a sense of internal confidence. You stop hesitating, you stop apologizing, you stop entertaining distraction. And here's the hard truth. If you're interested in too many things, you're committed to none. So obsession removes that backup plan. It says, this is it. This is who I'm becoming. And then you build accordingly. So what it ensures you to do is it makes you stop apologizing. Stop apologizing for being driven, for wanting more, for focusing on yourself, because the version of you that you want to become requires obsession. Not halfway, not occasional, not when it's convenient, but fully. And finally, the world will tell you to tone it down, to be realistic, to not disrupt. But disruption is where greatness lies. So be obsessed with your growth, be obsessed with your future, be obsessed with becoming more, because at the end of the day, self-obsession isn't selfish. It's the most powerful responsibility that you will ever take. So well done and congratulations, Shruti. I am so proud of you and every other leader that's following behind you, because you're not only influencing one person, you're influencing many.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Dr. Diane.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't think he's here, but Advocate Piyush Pandit, if you are here, would you like to step forward? I think he had to leave. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you so much, Dr. Diane. And I love the disruption. And it's probably the most innate thing to every single one of us. We do self-obsess. We do. We don't admit it, but we do, with the way we look, with the way we think, with what we eat, with everything, with our family, with everything. The fact that you bring it in such a positive way, and you are truly correct. The majority of those successful people, very successful, is because they obsess. They obsess. This is what they thought about when they woke up, when they went to sleep, when they ate, when they went out, when they worked out, when they did everything. So thank you for disrupting and really making us think that it is okay when we go into this and we want to not be a perfectionist. We know that perfectionism does not work. Actually, it steals from us. But actually, when it helps us become better, when it helps us strive for excellence. And excellence right now at this moment is really embracing AI and the tools it provides to amplify our message. So thank you again, Dr. Diane Berman, all the way from South Africa. I would like now to introduce the Vice Chancellor of IIU, International Institute University, Senior Professor General Charles Usiholo Eboria. Professor Charles, the virtual podium is all yours.
Thank you very much, my dear sister. It's a pleasure meeting everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I need to appreciate our dear sister who has been the host, who are the moderator, our dear sister, Dr. Virginia, and our sister also, Dr. Shirut. I thank God for you people and I appreciate Sir Advocate Piyush Pandit for this great opportunity to showcase IIU. Yes, empowering the future with artificial intelligence is very important in this present dispensation. IIU describe it as a versatile technology. It's also a data-driven technology. It stimulates human intelligence to analyze what? To analyze, to predict, and also to generate contents, transforming from mere automation into an adaptive tools for problem solving. Artificial intelligence acts as an on-demand intelligence partner in everyday tasks. AI is an intelligence, is pervasive, and also transformative technology We need it. The women need it. Everybody need it to be transformed. We need to be transformed from this area to the better area future. It amplify human capacity. It make it clear. It make it smooth. It make it more reasonable so you can think fast and get the right answer. But requires responsible governance regarding bias and also ethical usage. It's good you give to people who will give you the right thing. Computer says garbage in, garbage out. It is you must have somebody who will govern it, not to put any bias, not to put anything that is not good, ethical. It is very good. IIU, AI is redefining fields like healthcare, like diagnosing it, and also creative arts, entertainment. It's also transportation, autonomous vehicles, by operating at speeds and accuracy level that can surpass human capacity in a specialized task. That is the more reason we need it. AI is a powerful tool for analyzing vast amount of data to forecast outcomes such as in financial fraud detection and also or supply chain optimization. AI is a tutor, it's a co-pilot. It is used to facilitating learning as far as you want to learn, it facilitates it. Content creation, in writing, imagining, and also automating tedious and repetitive tasks. Therefore, it is an intelligent partnership, not just assistant partnership. AI is unlike traditional software following rigid rules, modern artificial intelligence, particular machine learning, and generative AI. It learns from data. It recognizes patterns. It also adjusts its action to achieve a particular goal. It adjusts the outcome, the action of people. AI is an adaptive cognitive tools. It is also worth knowing that AI is acting as a powerful tool to enhance science, technology, engineering, mathematics, which we call STEM, education, and enable access to advanced knowledge for diverse population worldwide. We need to empower our women in the AI array. As we are celebrating the Women's Day today in Nigeria, girls should be given education. The health of women are also very important, so as to be good, to look good. Therefore, innovating health care solution led by women is very, very important. It's so compulsory. Enhancing AI to make communities safer for women is so very, very paramount and important. Women leadership in AI and policy should be upheld so as to shaping inclusive AI innovation and policy. AI driven breakthroughs for road and women empowerment should be preached all over the world. That is why we need AI. Some people don't know this. We need to let them know. That's why we are making them know now. Women can live and lead uprightly and ethically with AI by intentionally using it as a tool for empowerment rather than replacement. Focusing on digital literacy to combat bias and actively participating in its governance. As AI becomes more embedded in our daily life, uprighting and living involve maintaining human dignity, fairness, and purposeful ethical decision-making in both personal and professional area. Women can lead uprightly with AI by adapting it as a tool to amplify rather than replace human judgment, ethical reason, and empathy upright. Leadership in the AI age involve combining technological literacy with the commitment to mitigating bias, enhancing transparency, and championing inclusive, human-centered workplace. Women need to engage in AI education, such as learning promptly, understanding the data governance, and also experimenting with a generative AI tool to close the confidence and the usage gap. Women should have a shift from the fearing AI replacement to mastering AI as a force multiplier for unique strengths like emotional intelligence and also creative problem solving. Women should raise up their hands to lead AI initiative within their team, sharing knowledge and best practice to foster an AI literate culture. It is worth knowing that using AI to identify risks, modern scenarios, and stress test amplifiers as assumption to make better informed decision while retaining final human accountability. AI is used to protect human dignity by ensuring that automation is used to support, not dehumanize employee. Use AI to foster collaboration and improve communication rather than just surveying or monitoring. Women can lead uprightly by integrating AI as a strategic tool, while anchoring their decision in the Word of God, ensuring technology enhances rather than replace wisdom and dignity. The Word of God has offered a framework for ethical leadership, including the example of Deborah, who was so courageous, and also Abigail, who always used her discretion, and Proverbs chapter 13, women are also women that are also industrious can also use it. AI can be used to optimize the Word of God, aiding with research, task efficiency, and strategic planning, while the Word of God provides the moral and guide rein. Upright leadership and AI application can be seen in the Word of God. James chapter 1 verse 5, Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7 for wisdom and discernment. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 10 to 13 and Ephesians 4:25 for integrity and truthfulness. Mark chapter 10 verse 42 to 45, Philippians chapter 2 3 to 4 for servant leadership. Genesis chapter 2 verse 15, Romans chapter 12 by 2 verse 2.
1 minute, Pastor Charles, 1 more minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Finally, Proverbs chapter 31 verse 25, Esther 4 verse 14 for courageous and identify. So I need to appreciate everybody. It's a pleasure. I wish I had that time to express myself, but the little I've given, I give you kudos. Thank you for that, for very much, our mothers. Thank you very much. God going to bless you. You'll be a good mother for us. You'll be a good mother for the country worldwide, and God will going to bless you. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Charles. Charles part of the IIU family. I'm our Vice Chancellor. And congratulations to all the women in Nigeria today and Women's Day. Thank you. Thank you again for being here with us today. Our next keynote speaker is Jeanette Mata. Jeanette took the risk of launching a self-funded nonprofit MC Foundation in February 2021. But long before her growth as a platform CEO, she was already an entrepreneur paving her way as one of today's human rights and anti-trafficking community leaders, advocates, and educators in the field. Today, MC Foundation, or Miel y Canela Foundation, is a 501c3 tax-exempt organization that continues to be self-funded, and in February of 2022, due to harsh realities her community faced at the time, she launched Florida 321 anti-trafficking campaign. In its first 10 months, MC Foundation rescued 18 victims of human trafficking through a private network of concerned Floridians. Today, she is the creator of Unbreakable Woman. She's a titan in what we consider women's economic empowerment. And today we have her here with us to finish this incredible roster of amazing speakers. So the virtual podium is all yours, Jeanette.
Thank you. Thank you for that kind introduction. Thank you, Virginia. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Distinguished leaders, innovators, and change makers. My name is Ambassador Jeanette Mata, a global human rights leader dedicated to advancing dignity, leadership, and equitable progress worldwide. And it is both an honor and a responsibility to join you today in this global dialogue. In listening to the distinguished voices before me, one truth stands clear. The common denominator in this dialogue is our shared commitment to Article 29 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the responsibility to ensure that our leadership and innovation serve the dignity and progress of all. This is precisely why I founded the Unbreakable Women Global Leadership Movement, because in an era defined by artificial intelligence, we cannot afford for women to simply adapt to the future. We must be intentionally positioned to lead it. Unbreakable Women exists to elevate women into spaces of authority, influence, and decision-making, ensuring that innovation is not only advanced, but guided by dignity, responsibility, and human-centered leadership. I would also like to extend my sincere appreciation to the visionaries behind this platform. What you have created here is not simply a conference. It is a declaration that the future of artificial intelligence will not be built without women. And more importantly, it will not be led without women. Because the question before us is not whether women will participate in the AI era. The question is, will women define it? We are living in a moment where technology is advancing faster than governance, faster than ethics, and in many cases, faster than inclusion. Artificial intelligence is not neutral. It reflects the minds, the data, and the decisions of those who build it. So if women are not in the rooms where AI is designed, governed, and deployed, then we are not simply absent. We are being designed out of the future. So this is why this conversation matters, because empowering women in AI is not about representation. It is indeed about power. Power to influence how systems are built, power to shape policies that protect communities, and power to ensure that innovation reflects humanity, not bias. And this begins with 3 critical areas. First, women's safety. AI must become a tool of protection, not exploitation. From digital spaces to physical environments, innovation must be aligned with dignity, security, and human rights. This requires women not only as users of technology, but as architects of the systems that protect them. Secondly, women's leadership. Leadership in the AI era is not optional. It is essential. Women must move from participation to decision making, from visibility to authority, from contribution to influence. Because at the highest levels, technology is not shaped by ideas alone. It is shaped by those who have the authority to decide. And thirdly, education for girls. As you well know, none of this is sustainable without investment in the next generation. We must prepare girls not just to adapt to the future, but to lead it. This means access to education, exposure to opportunity, and very important, belief in their capacity to lead. Because a girl who understands her value today becomes a woman who shapes the world tomorrow. Artificial intelligence will transform the world. That is inevitable. But whether it transforms the world equitably, ethically, and inclusively, well, that is a choice. And that choice depends on who is at the table. So this is our moment, not to ask for inclusion, but to step into leadership, not to follow the future, but to define it. Because women are not the future of AI. Women are the force that will determine what the future becomes. Let us not prepare women for the future. Let us position women to lead it, to be unbreakable. So thank you for the significance of this platform and for advancing a future where women do not follow innovation, but define it. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeanette. Dr. Jeanette Mapa.
Thank you.
Hopefully your words are so exactly what we needed to finish this amazing conference today. Women are not being taught. Women are invited to become the leaders. And if they're not invited, it is our time to step in. So thank you. Thank you so much, Jeanette. You said everything. You embodied everything that we said and the protections that we need and how AI sometimes can facilitate a lot of this. How we need to be very cognizant of the pros and the cons. It is our responsibility. But we've all today heard what AI can do for all of us. And it has reinforced that we continue to control AI. We are in that driver's seat. We are the final authority. So thank you again, Dr. Jeanette, and thank you every single one of you. I want to ask a question. Is there anybody that has not spoken today? Okay, so everybody has had an opportunity. I would like to invite Dr. Srividhya Kulkarni because she is obviously the founder of this amazing new startup. So Srividhya, if you could join and present to us.
Yes.
We do have a new website. So I would like for you to talk a little bit about your website so we can all access it today.
Yes. It's a great pleasure and honor to all of you here and our today's wonderful guest, my actually visionary leader, my mentor, my guide. I would like to request you, Dr. Virginia ma'am and Dr. Piyush Pandit sir, to please inaugurate our website, which is I already shared with the group and I think shared to you also. I think Piyush sir is not here, but request to you, ma'am, please take honor, and everyone, please open the website.
Please open the website. I cannot do that at this moment because the whole system will drop, but I would really love for every single one of you to open that website. This website has been created to be easy to handle, to have all the information, to guide you in the areas that need to be explored. But most importantly, we want to make sure that you are identified with what you see in this website. Dr. Shruti, if you want to speak a little bit about what it entails, we will follow you.
Yes. Just a moment. I request to Siddesh Dada, please open that our presentation.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
And as we open it, I would like to. As we open this, I would like to read this message from Advocate Piyush Pandit, who is our guest of honor today. Dr.
Yes,
Shruti
actually.
Kulkarni, I will read this first, and then we will. Dr. Shruti Kulkarni, heartiest congratulations on the launch of your startup, SMPL, and its website. This marks a powerful step forward in embracing the AI-driven era, especially in empowering women through innovation and leadership. Wishing you a year filled with remarkable growth, success, and impactful achievements ahead. Warm regards, Advocate Piyush Pandit. So thank you, Advocate Piyush Pandit. He had to step out because technological issues, but definitely I know it's heartfelt. Now we can go ahead and listen to more about Srijan Multi.
Yeah. It's a Srijan Multilabs, which is Srijan means the word meaning is a creativity, innovation, and everything. And the tagline we use it is the innovation beyond imagination. So regarding this, I think the tagline is cover everything, and I'm not taking much more time. So I just Siddhartha, please, the next page. So as I told you earlier that I think you saw on a website also, there are especially we are started this journey with all of you from today to rural development, rural woman empowerment as well as a rural development. And this is my dream come true like kind of stuff because whenever we are in this digital era world, so definitely I always think what can I do for my level to develop something for my community, my society, my country, everybody corner for the world. So I thought this is the good best option and the way under the guidance of all today's conference here, many of I know personally met them, and these all are my guide mentor. Everybody is motivate me always, being there for me always. So I really thank you so much. And you just the slide to next. This is the whatever the scale actually we are here. And the main thing that we are bridging the rural AI gap. So the rural AI gap means there are in India many villages are there who are not able to get necessary things also. But we are planning to do something in this way. So to bridging this gap, and everybody should be kind of a techno savvy over there. So this is a genuine, we can say, a try behind this. So next, please. Okay, so this is kind of a ecosystem we are taught, and we are trying to develop this kind of labs, which is we can say the improve the ecosystem, which will helps to create employment there as well as creating empowerment as well as employment and but obviously the remuneration and revenue generation. So these are some steps. Next, please. So this is the pathway actually we are designing for this, and we are offering this to specifically whoever the rural development towards taking initiative by our government of India, our Prime Minister, respected Narendra Modi ji, as well as our Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis ji. These all are really taking hard initiative to develop to our country and also the bridging the gap. So similar way, we are also trying the same at our level best to do something for the development towards the not only for India but for all world. Next. So this is the community-led revenue architecture. Obviously, whenever we are do something and regarding this kind of startup or running any organization. So, but obvious, this is mandatory first thing, which is the capital. So these are some capital revenue generation ideas behind this. I have put here. Next. So this is the our upcoming 3 years plan. We are planning. Go ahead with this part. Next. Yes. And why this is, we can say this is in a win category, because this is, I feel, somewhere need to take initiative in this. And I'm really blessed to have such a wonderful persons in my life that to always promote me to do something. For example, our respected founder Piyush Pandit sir, Dr. Virginia ma'am, everybody who is there to help me out in this, and they are always there to do something new which is really helpful for developing a community, no matter this is for which country, no matter this is for which location they are coming from, which community they belongs to, it doesn't matter, but we are at the same place and same page, that is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which is our, we follow this concept. Next. So this is initially our team. And I really thank you so much for Virginia ma'am and Pranila ma'am too. And she's my mother who is give me a birth, and because of her actually I am here. So I always gratitude to this my mother also, and Ma Shiv Kumari. She's also she is not with us but physically, but she is always with us, in my mind everywhere, and blessing her blessing is with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shruti, so much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
This is amazing. This is congratulations, Shruti. I only expect growth from here because we definitely have an incredible captive audience that will benefit so much from this amazing program. Not only one, but we see the growth that's going to happen in the next years. So thank you for sharing this with us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. As we come close, very close to the powerful ending of this gathering, I want to leave you not with a conclusion, but with a perspective. Because what we discussed today is not ending here, it's just the beginning. We're living in probably the most transformative moment in human history. Artificial intelligence is not just changing industries, it is redefining how we learn, how we work, and how we participate in the world, how we really step into the global economy. But with every transformation comes a critical question. Are we all included? Who gets access and who gets left behind? History tells us that it's usually the same that left behind, but not this time, because the future will not be shaped only by innovation. It will be shaped by inclusion. And this is what we're talking about today. We must confront an uncomfortable truth. Millions of women around the world are still excluded from the very tools that are defining the future, not because they lack potential, but because they lack access. In eVillage, we see this reality every day. Brilliant, capable, resilient women with ideas, with drive, with vision, but without access. eVillage is in India, and India has taken a pivotal point today because the size and the amount of people and the workforce that it has. Without access to technology, digital education, connectivity, opportunities in emerging fields like AI. And this is where our responsibility begins. This is why we exist here today. Through the work of Mahila Udyami Foundation, which is the organization that I lead as CEO, we are not waiting for change. We are building it. We are creating pathways where none existed. We are introducing women to digital tools. We are building confidence, skills, and opportunity. And I know that step by step, we're opening the door to a future where women are not just users of AI, but the creators, the leaders, and decision makers within it. This is what we've been talking about. Because let us be clear, if women are excluded from AI, and we've seen this today, then AI will be incomplete. If women are not on the table and they're not invited, then the systems we build will not reflect the world that we serve. We can't continue acting like it's normal to ignore half of the population. This is not just about technology. This is about equity in the future. In eVillage, we are proving something very powerful and very different. Dr. Srividhya said the lack of access, how it affects everyone in the most populated country. That access is not a luxury. It's infrastructure. And when you provide access, women do not just participate, they lead, They create, they transform. They take knowledge and they turn it into income. They take opportunity and they turn it into stability. They take access and they turn it into impact. So as we close today, I leave you with this. The question is not whether AI will shape the future. It will. The question is who will shape AI? Let us commit together to build a future where women are not just catching up to innovation, but they're leading it. It's up to every single one of us, because when women rise in technology, communities will rise in possibility. This has been proven time and time again. I'm not making it up. And when communities rise and they prosper, nations rise, the world transforms. So as we close today, let me leave you with one thought. The real question is, again, who gets to shape AI? Will you step in? Thank you, every single one of you, for being here today. Thank you for the time you've dedicated to this. We truly believe that we are on the right path. And we truly believe that every single one of you representing your countries is going to go back with a localized vision. Whatever we have learned from each other today, we'll bring it back to our home and we will make it local. We'll learn because we all learned. We may know a lot, and we have some incredible, incredible women here that are experts, but we learned from every single one of us. So thank you, Dr. Shruti, for coming up with this great conference, and for congratulations on your new Prujan Multi-Labs. And probably I'm not saying it correctly, but I will very soon. And every single one of you for dedicating your time, your expertise, but most importantly, the knowledge that you know that we're stepping in the right direction. Step into leadership. The time is now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, speakers. Thank you, participants. Thank you, everybody, for your wonderful support. Without your support, it won't be possible. And this event is really, really great, successful in the ocean of knowledge, ocean of technology. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, and congratulations, Dr. Shruti.
Yes, thank you, Srividhya ma'am. Each one of
you.
you really, it's very mean to me. I don't have a word to express,
We're
my
so
feelings.
proud of you. Like, you live by the saying that be the change that you wish to see in the society. Congratulations
Yes.
once again.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
And it is won't happen without all of you. I need everybody of you
Yes,
there with me.
definitely. Always at your disposal, at your doorstep. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.